Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about proving triangles congruent. We actually started talking about that yesterday, but yesterday we learned we learned how to prove triangles congruent by definition of congruent triangles. So we had to have all 6 corresponding parts. So for 2 geometric figures to be congruent, every part has to equal itself. All 3 sides, all 3 pairs of angles. So yesterday, we learned how to prove triangles congruent by definition of congruent triangles. Today, I'm going to make it a little easier for you. Woo. So, you actually don't have to have all 6 corresponding parts. Like, you don't have to know all 3 sides and all 3 pairs of angles are congruent in order to say the triangles are congruent. We actually only need a certain 3. So we're going to learn that you can prove triangles congruent by SSS, which stands for side, side, side. SAS, which stands for side, angle, side. Angle, side, angle, 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 side. And HL, or sometimes it's known as RHL. I'm not sure. On the ACT test, you might see it just as HL or just as RHL. Depends. Some books do it different ways. So I am going to explain that further to you. All right. So the first way to prove triangles are congruent, if you know that all 3 sides of one triangle equal all 3 sides of another, you can say that triangles are congruent by side, 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 and we abbreviate it SSS. You don't even have to know anything about the angle measures, because if all 3 sides of this triangle equal all 3 sides of this triangle, they're automatically congruent, and automatically all the angles equal each other too. So you don't have to know all 6 corresponding parts, just a certain 3. So one of the ways is by side, side, side. Another way is by side, angle, side. Now this way is really important. Side, angle, side, side, angle, side. It's important that you see that the angle is in between the 2 sides. It's the included angle. Because there is a difference. If I have, do you see how the angle is not in between the 2 sides? Yeah. This would actually spell a bad word, angle, side, side, and we're going to learn that that's not okay. So it's really important for you to see the angle is in between the 2 sides. So if you look, those 2 sides, if I were to draw them together, see how they form the angle in between? So if I were to look at this triangle, what would the included angle be? G. G. So does everyone see side, angle, side? Yes. Yeah. Okay, what about this one? I, side, angle, side, H. And H, side, angle, side.
So we couldn't say it's congruent by saying G and H is
do what?
So we can't just do angle G and then GH and then H.
Right, because that would not be okay. That would be angle side side. Okay, another way to prove triangles congruent, guys, another way to prove triangles congruent is angle side angle. And notice the side is included. It's in between the 2 angles. Now we're going to learn that there's another way. I want you to see the difference. Do you see how on this one the side is not in between the 2 angles? But this one it is. Can you tell the difference? Because this we're going to learn is angle, angle, side, and that's an okay way. This is angle, side, angle. So I don't want you to get it wrong, Landon. I don't want you to get it wrong by picking the wrong one. So you have to be able to see the difference. So another way to prove triangles congruent is angle, side, angle. So far we have side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle. What would the included side be here? Name a side with 2 letters. IG. What about this one?
IH.
What about this one? Okay, so you guys can tell that it's in between the 2 angles. Okay. Another way, another way is angle, angle, side. So there's a difference between this one and the one before. So this one, the side is marked outside. It's not in between the 2 angles. When you're determining why the triangles are congruent, do you guys know the difference between an angle marking and a side marking?
Yeah.
So the side is the slash, the angles are the humps. Remember? My hump, my hump, my hump, my hump. Okay.
Jake.
Okay. You can never prove triangles notice, this is an angle marking, side marking, side marking. It spells a bad word. It is not side angle side because the other side would have to be down here for side angle side. So this spells a bad word. It's not okay. It's actually, guys, it's actually only okay to be an ASS if you're right. So if that angle happens to be a right angle, it's actually going to be okay. So notice this is an angle mark, side mark, side mark. That spells a bad word. But I look and see, oh, that angle's a right angle, so it's okay. But we're not going to call it ASS because that's a bad word. We're going to call it HL, which stands for hypotenuse leg, or RHL, which stands for right hypotenuse leg. Did you guys know the side across from the right angle is called a hypotenuse? Yes. And the other side's a leg. So we don't want to say ASS because that's a bad word. So if you ever see that it spells out ASS, look to see if it's a right angle. It's only okay to be an ASS if you are right. Not okay if you're wrong.
What if I'm always right?
What did you learn at school today? Like, I learned
Okay. Guys, trying to get through this, you have a packet to do in a minute. Okay. Whoa, quiet. What?
Why are there lines coming out of the angle?
Okay, so in some books, you know, like whenever we mark congruent sides, it's 1 slash, 2 slashes, 3 slashes. Sometimes you'll see that marked with angle. So this angle is not congruent to this angle. I always do the hump. So 1 hump, 2 humps, 3 humps, but some books put the slashes. So either way. Okay. Another way you can never prove triangles congruent is by angle, angle, angle. That's not okay, and this is why. So if you just have 3 angle marks, that's not okay. If I had an equilateral triangle, 60, 60, 60, all the sides could have a length of 1. But couldn't I have another equilateral triangle and maybe the side lengths are 5? Those are not congruent triangles. They're similar, but they're not congruent. So you can never prove triangles congruent by ASS unless it's right, or AAA. Landon, Rihanna, are you guys paying attention?
Yep.
Always be fun.
Okay, so there's 5 ways, hang on. There's 5 ways to prove triangles congruent. Side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, angle, side, and RHL or HL. Never prove triangles congruent by ASS or AAA. Brock, question?
I was going to say, is it because we don't use AA because nobody uses AAA batteries anymore?
No. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But thank you for wasting 5 seconds of my life. Okay, let's come up here.
Hey, that push-up challenge is pretty fun.
Okay.
Did you hear what JJ said?
No.
No. He said AA is for quitters.
That's true. That's good.
That's so sad.
Okay, let's look at this pair of triangles. So you want to make sure that 2 triangles are congruent, so you're looking to match the 2 triangles. So on this one, I have this side, this angle, and this side. So why do you think those triangles would be congruent to each other? SAS. Side, angle, side. Sometimes, I'm going to actually give you guys a worksheet. So sometimes it helps. I know that slash is a side marking, the hump is an angle marking, and then the 2 slashes is a side. Sometimes it helps to like write it in there, and then you can see it's SAS, side, angle, side. Let's look at this one and be careful. Why do you think these triangles are congruent?
It's side, side, angle.
No,
Angle,
Side. No.
Angle. It's right.
Okay, what kind of mark is this?
It's an angle. Angle.
Angle, angle, side. Now, I have people ask me every year, well, how do I know which direction to go? It's okay if you say side, angle, angle. Those are the same thing. It's okay. So angle, angle, side, and side, angle, angle. Now what you cannot say is angle, side, angle. Do you guys see that the side is not marked in between the 2 angles? Okay, so do not say angle, side, angle. That would be wrong. Okay, let's look at this one. What kind of mark is this?
ASS. We can't do that.
Uh-oh, bad word.
It's not a right
It's not a right angle.
Not a right angle.
It's wrong.
It's wrong, so we say no. Okay, let's look at this one.
That's HL.
It is. So side, side, angle, or angle, side, side spells a bad word. But I look and go, oh, it's a right angle, so you can call it HL or RHL, either one. What about this one? That is the easiest one to find, I think. If all three sides are marked, then it's side, side, side. Okay? It might be hard to see this. That's a hump, that's a slash, that's humps. What do you think?
That's angle, side, angle.
Angle, side, angle. Good. Hump, slash, two humps. All right. If triangles are ever connected to each other, if they share a side, I want you to mark the side that they share. Now, I'm going to put 2 marks. How come? Why would I
Because
put...
they're congruent to each other.
Yeah, but they don't equal these. So I'm not going to just put one slashy line. Does that make sense? Now, if the triangles are connected, sometimes it helps to cover one triangle up because you're only going to look at one triangle at a time. Why would those triangles be congruent?
Side angle side.
Side, angle, side. SAS. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If triangles are connected like this, I want you to mark the vertical angles with humps. So we mark them with humps. Look at one triangle at a time. JJ was right. It is
Side angle side.
side angle side. SAS.
Don't sass me.
I mean, ASS.
Mark your vertical angles. Why are those triangles congruent? SAS.
Man, these things are sad.
Mark the side they share. Why are those triangles congruent?
Side angle.
Side, side, angle. Uh-oh, do we have a problem?
Oh,
Is that a bad word?
Yeah.
And it's not a right angle.
It's not a right angle.
It's wrong.
So we say no. I'm going to turn this a little. It's moving. Okay. Almost done. Almost. Am I killing you guys with my words?
No, it's.
Okay. These triangles share a side. I'm going to mark it. Why would I put 3 slashes?
Because it doesn't equal the other one.
Okay.
Side, side, side.
Side, side, side. On this and this, guys, everybody look up here. These are not vertical angles. Do not mark them. It has to look like that to be vertical angles. Does that make sense? That is not vertical. Don't mark anything. If you only have 2 things marked, that is not enough information. You have to have 3. So that's no.
Oh, no.
Why are these triangles congruent?
AAA.
Is that okay?
Nope, that's not okay.
So is it okay to prove triangles congruent by AA? No.
No.
Why not?
All right. So if I'm looking up these 2 triangles, there's only 2 things marked.
There's not enough information.
What additional information would I need to say those triangles are congruent by angle, side angle? The other angle, what other angles would I need?
B. Angle B.
B and D. Does everyone see how that would be angle, side angle? Okay. What if I wanted to prove them congruent by side angle, side?
Oh, man.
Does everyone see? Side, angle, side. Okay. What if I wanted angle, side? Angle what?
Angle
Angle A and F.
And F. So everybody sees angle, side. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, again, there's 5 ways to prove triangles congruent. Angle, side, side, RHL or HL. And angle, side. I'm not sure on the ACT if it'll just say HL or RHL, so I don't care either way. Never prove triangles congruent by AAA or ASS. It's only okay to be an ASS if you are
Right.
Got a couple things up there. I will pass out the worksheet.
Hey.
You should be pumpkin pie or jack-o'-lantern.
That's mean. Poor
What the
You're
fork?
eating his family.
Man, if I was a fork.
And the pumpkin's even sad. Do you see this? It has a sad face, not a scary face.
That would make me depressed if someone ate one of Is someone eating the person in front of me?
That'd be someone eating a human in front of the other.
It's a cut up.
So they told about
He's eating an arm or something? It might be something I don't like, but still.
Go eat cow, like beef on a cow.
Kill the fire.
I hate packets.
Wait, can we assume that they're right on
I
this?
love
and then
you
up the box?
though.
Oh. Can't say that in this story. Oh my god.
Are you that weak?
Yes, you
Do I need to arm wrestle you?
Ooh! Yes! 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 Do it!
Fist Brooke. Fist Brooke.
Oh, there's no sound or screen. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Poor people, poor kids.
Suffering.
I know.
Make themselves.
Fist Brooke.
All right, yeah.
That's what we gotta do next.
What? Arm wrestle? Yes.
I thought you guys were gonna do planking next.
All right, guys. Yeah, I can do a plank contest. Okay, on this first page, there are two. That's no. So on the top, I want you to make yourself a note that there's two no's on this page. Two no's on this very first page.
No.
Let's look at a couple.
Is the first one a no?
The first one is not a no. It would be side, side, side. That one hopefully is the easiest one to see. Is side, side,
I
side.
was stuck on that one.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Number 5, is there something I could
Were
mark?
you though?
Yeah, the line that they share.
Don't just.
So why?
I tried.
Side, side, side. Number 9 looks kind of weird. Could I mark something though?
The side that they share.
The side that they share. There's actually 2 different ways to prove those triangles are congruent. So you pick which way.
We're doing side.
Side angle side or
Side, side.
Yeah. So sometimes there's more than one way. You just pick your favorite. It's fine.
My favorite.
Your favorite. Look. Guys, look at number 2 really quick. Just because there's a right angle does not automatically make it HL or RHL. Why is that one's SAS, right? Side, angle, side. So the only time it's HL or RHL is if it spells a bad word. Right. Don't forget. You're right.
Number 6 is no.
Oh,
You're
wait,
right.
wait.
Why? Why is it a no?
Because all the sides are marked.
Yeah.
Triple A.
Because AAA batteries don't exist anymore, whatever the rock said.
I use AAA battery.
Yeah.
I never used a triple battery in my
Number
15 years of life.
Is it side, side,
Okay.
side?
you
It
have.
is.
Alright.
Okay, what? Okay, on number 8, just look at this triangle and this triangle. Ignore that middle one.
Illuminati
So
confirmed.
it's side,
Oh
side,
my god,
side.
Yes.
no.
That is-
Okay, on number 7, please mark your vertical angles with humps, and then you'll be able to see why they are
So
congruent.
sassy.
Wait, what?
It's sass.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay,
sass
so
me.
you should get 2 no's on this first page.
No, 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 no.
Go to the second page. It says, I think, 27 at the
The
bottom.
only funny one.
Or 26 at the bottom. Do you guys see this page?
What?
Make yourself a note. 2 no's.
Which page?
26 at the bottom.
Okay.
So, page 2. There's 2 no's.
Oh no.
Okay? 2 no's on the first page, 2 no's on the second page. Go to page 3.
There's 3 of them.
There's 5 no's.
Oh no.
5. Tomorrow at the end of the hour, we're going to have Tulsa Tech, the first 20 minutes of class, so then we'll have the rest of the hour, like we could finish this if we need to. Everybody's been finishing, or almost everybody finished in my 4th hour.
This package.
Okay, go to the next page. Now there's like a partial. What I did is I was gonna say, hey, you don't have to do these things. So I put a piece of paper over it, and then whenever it made copies, like the paper folded, so you see like a partial thing. Yeah, just ignore that. I was trying to like get rid of it. There are, shoot, I forgot how many no's. I gotta look at my answer key.
You can just give us.
We'll make
sure how many
Well,
no's there are.
You can put that on the board.
You guys are going to be grading your own paper, so. There are 3 no's.
On which one?
This, on that page that like half of this is there or something, you know, it's like weird.
How many?
3. Okay, go to the next page. You'll see a light bulb at the bottom.
Light bulb.
There is 1 no.
Sitting on your desk. Sitting on your desk.
1 no. There's a light bulb at the bottom. Do you guys see this one?
Light.
Okay. And then turn to the very back. There are no no's.
Ha ha ha.
No no's.
No.
You do not. You don't have to do any of that stuff.
Wait, do we have to do this?
Okay, on 3 no's and then 1 no and then no no's.
Do we have to do this?
No.
Cool.
Okay, some of them, there's more than 1 answer, so you pick your favorite. Like, go to the one with the light bulb.
Light bulb.
Light bulb.
Let's look at number, like, 7.
Which one? Oh.
The one with the light bulb, number 7. If I look, I could mark vertical angles. There are several ways I could say these triangles are congruent. What's a way?
AAS.
AAS.
ASA.
ASA. Yeah. I don't see any other ways.
You get double points.
But you just pick. No, just pick one.
What if there's 3 triangles?
Then, oh, on which one?
And number 8 on the front page.
Oh, just, yeah, we did already go over that, JJ. God, JJ. Just look at, yeah, ignore the inside. Just look at that triangle and that triangle. Do you know why they're congruent?
Side, side, side.
Side, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Look at page 2, number 7. Page 2, number 7. Do you see how there's only a right angle line and then a slash, or a right angle? Is 2 things enough information?
No.
No. So that's one of your no's. You have to have 3 things. Now,
Number 7.
that's number 7.
What?
That was page 2. The second page.
Page 2, number 7.
Got it.
Okay.
Wait, so what is
Now, if they share a side or have vertical angles, you can mark that.
what
I have
is
a
7
question.
on page 25?
On the first page, number 7, did you mark your vertical angles?
I don't think I want to.
Mark your vertical angles once.
Oh wait, no, it's not.
Now do you see it?
Number 11.
Yes.
I haven't gotten any
Number 11. Right next to it.
Do what?
I haven't gotten any no's.
You should get 2 no's. Look at number 6.
Number 6.
11.
Hey,
What's wrong with number 6?
I don't know.
You don't know? What are all those marks called?
Angles.
Yeah, but they're angle marks. So is it okay to say triangles are congruent by angle, angle, angle?
No.
Did you pay attention, Landon, at all? What are the 2 ways you can never prove triangles congruent by?
Bad word and triple A.
Bad word and triple A.
So number 6, can we assume that it's a right angle or no?
No.
No.
Where's the other? Oh, no. No, 11.
No.
I'm confused.
Did you mark the side they share?
Yes.
It's 3.
Look at one triangle at a
Oh,
time.
no.
Side,
What?
angle, side.
Side, angle, side.
It's
Side, angle,
sassy.
side, sass.
So if it's wrong,
Look at number 3.
Yes, that was, I was just about to ask you that one. Just about to do
What do you guys think?
It's a wrong.
But the angle is in the middle.
Is that okay?
No.
what?
What page?
But there's no.
The first page.
I counted
Number 3.
AAS.
Okay, let's talk about that. The reason it's not side, angle, side is because the angle would have to be in between the 2 sides. Like it would have to be up here. The 2 sides would have to come together and form that angle.
Form the angle.
These 2 sides don't form that angle, so it can't be side, angle, side. That angle is not in between between the two sides. So that spells a bad word. That's no. JJ.
So if it was in the little top part of the triangle, it would be side angle side.
Correct. If it was up here, yes, it would be side angle side. Or if the other side was marked down here, side angle side. Do you guys see the difference? So you have to be careful. I'm asked every year, how do I know which order to go into? Look at the three grouped closest together. Like, you could look at this as side, side angle, or angle, side, side. Like, it doesn't matter. It's still a no. Kyle, question?
No.
Are you sure? Did I answer it? Okay. So look at the three most grouped together. Question, JJ?
Yeah, well, I just want to read that one.
I'm done with it.
Oh, what about page 2?
Page 2, number 8. Okay, this is a good one. They do share this part, so I can put some marks there if I want. But this is still just one side, and this is still just one side. So I have my right angle, I've got my side, and I have my other side. Yeah, it spells a bad word, but is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of the right angle. So RHL or HL.
Yeah, 10.
This one? Oh, this one's hard to see, but that's an angle mark. It's just, yeah, it's just hard to see.
Angle. So it's a.
Yes.
So it is what?
What do you, yes. JJ?
What about, you said there's 2 no's on the,
On which page?
on the,
Is that
second
AA?
page.
Yeah.
What's number 4? Oh, I could read down.
No, they're sharing side, dude.
Yeah, they share a side, so that's, yeah. Yeah.
It's Brooke. It's Brooke. Size angle number 10, AAS.
Yes.
Angle side, angle.
Page 2, angle 2.
All right, those of you that are absent or couldn't see, I hope you kind of understand. I know it's hard to see the board. Let me see if I can. I know it's kind of hard to see the board, but hopefully you can kind of follow it. If you need help, come in during AA. I love you guys.